Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where the boundaries of time and space converge to reveal the majestic tapestry of human civilization. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey along the ancient pathways of the Silk Road as we delve into the captivating narrative of its golden age. This era of unprecedented cultural exchange, economic prosperity, and intellectual flourishing is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, which has always sought to connect, to explore, and to create. As we set out on this historical odyssey, let us first gaze upon the vast expanse of the Eurasian continent, where the mighty mountain ranges of the Himalayas and the Tian Shan give way to the endless steppes and deserts. It was here, in the 2nd century BCE, that the Chinese Empire, under the wise and ambitious Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty, began to expand its borders, driven by a desire to secure new trade routes and to spread its influence across the known world. To the west, the Parthian Empire, with its capital in Ctesiphon, had established itself as a major power, controlling the vital trade arteries that linked the east with the Mediterranean. The Parthians, skilled horsemen and archers, had developed a complex network of alliances and rivalries with neighboring kingdoms, including the Greco-Bactrian kingdom, which had emerged in the wake of Alexander's conquests. Meanwhile, in the Indian subcontinent, the Mauryan Empire, founded by Chandragupta Maurya, was experiencing a period of significant growth and cultural achievement. The Mauryans had established a sophisticated system of governance with a strong emphasis on trade, diplomacy, and the spread of Buddhism. It was during this time that the Indian philosopher and statesman Kautilya wrote his seminal work, the Arthashastra, which would become a foundational text on statecraft and economics. As these empires expanded and interacted, the seeds of the Silk Road were sown. Merchants, monks, and travelers began to traverse the vast distances between East Asia, India, and the Mediterranean, exchanging goods, ideas, and technologies. The Chinese, with their advanced knowledge of sericulture, introduced silk production to the world, while Indian merchants brought exotic spices, textiles, and precious stones to the markets of the East. The 1st century BCE saw a significant increase in trade and cultural exchange along the Silk Road, as the Chinese established the Protectorate of the Western regions, a network of military outposts and administrative centers that facilitated the flow of goods and people. The Parthians, too, expanded their control over the trade routes, establishing a series of caravanserais and way stations that catered to the needs of merchants and travelers. As we delve deeper into the chronicles of the Silk Road's golden age, which roughly spanned from the 3rd to the 8th century CE, we find ourselves amidst a tapestry woven from threads of diverse cultures, religions, and technologies. This era was marked by an unprecedented level of connectivity, where merchants, scholars, and travelers traversed the vast expanse of Eurasia, exchanging not only goods but also ideas and innovations. One of the defining moments of this period came with the rise of the Tang dynasty in China, which commenced in 618 CE. Under the wise and visionary leadership of Emperor Taizong, who ascended to the throne in 626 CE, the Tang Empire reached new heights of prosperity and cultural achievement. The capital city, Chang'an, modern-day Xi'an, flourished as a cosmopolitan center, attracting scholars, artists, and traders from all corners of the known world. It was during this time that Buddhism, which had been introduced to China centuries earlier, began to play a more significant role in Chinese society, with many Tang emperors supporting its spread and the construction of grand Buddhist temples. The Silk Road itself became a conduit for the dissemination of Buddhist teachings, scriptures, and art forms. Monasteries and cave complexes, such as those found at Dunhuang and Luoyang, served not only as places of spiritual retreat, but also as centers of learning and artistic innovation. The famous Mogao Caves in Dunhuang, with their exquisite murals and sculptures, stand as testament to the fusion of Buddhist and secular art that characterized this period. In 629 CE, the Chinese monk Xuanzang embarked on a perilous journey along the Silk Road to India, seeking original Buddhist scriptures. His travels, which lasted for over a decade, took him through present-day Pakistan, India, Nepal, and back to China via the northern route of the Silk Road. Upon his return in 645 CE, Xuanzang was welcomed as a hero and went on to translate many of the scriptures he had collected into Chinese, significantly contributing to the development of Buddhism in East Asia. Meanwhile, in the western reaches of the Silk Road, the Sasanian Empire, which had risen to power in the 3rd century CE, played a crucial role in facilitating trade and cultural exchange between the East and the West. The Sasanians controlled much of the Middle East and were known for their tolerant attitude towards different religions, including Christianity, Judaism, and Buddhism. Their capital, Ctesiphon, located near modern-day Baghdad, was a hub of commercial and intellectual activity, attracting merchants and scholars from as far away as China and the Mediterranean. The 7th century CE saw the emergence of Islam in Arabia, an event that would eventually have profound implications for the Silk Road. As Islamic armies expanded their territories, they came into contact with various cultures along the trade routes, leading to the spread of Islam throughout much of the Middle East and Central Asia. This period also witnessed the translation of Greek philosophical and scientific works into Arabic, laying the groundwork for the Islamic Golden Age of science and philosophy that would flourish in the centuries to come. As the Islamic Golden Age of science and philosophy began to flourish, the Silk Road continued to play a vital role in the exchange of ideas and innovations between East and West. The 8th century CE saw the rise of the Abbasid Caliphate, which further facilitated trade and cultural exchange along the Silk Road. The city of Baghdad, founded in 762 CE, became a hub of intellectual and commercial activity, attracting scholars and merchants from as far away as China, India, and Europe. One of the most significant contributions of the Silk Road during this period was the transmission of paper-making technology from China to the Middle East and eventually to Europe. This revolutionized communication, education, and literature, enabling the widespread dissemination of knowledge and ideas. As the famous Islamic scholar Ibn Sina once noted, "The ink of a scholar is mightier than the sword of a warrior," highlighting the profound impact of written knowledge on human civilization. The Golden Age of the Silk Road began to decline in the 14th century CE due to a combination of factors including the Black Death, the rise of maritime trade routes, and the fragmentation of the Mongol Empire. However, its legacy continued to shape the course of human history. The exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures along the Silk Road had created a complex web of relationships between civilizations, laying the groundwork for the modern globalized world. Today, the Golden Age of the Silk Road is remembered as a testament to the power of cultural exchange and cooperation. As the Chinese historian Xu Yin wrote, "The Silk Road was not just a trade route, but a bridge of friendship and mutual understanding between nations." The ancient cities and landmarks along the Silk Road, such as Samarkand, Bukhara, and Persepolis, continue to inspire wonder and awe, attracting visitors from around the world. The legacy of the Silk Road can be seen in the many cultures that it touched, from the Islamic architecture of Spain and North Africa to the Buddhist temples of China and Japan. Its impact on the development of science, technology, and philosophy is immeasurable, with scholars such as Ibn Sina and Xuanzang leaving an indelible mark on human knowledge. The Silk Road may have been a physical route, but its true significance lies in the connections it forged between people and civilizations. As the great Persian poet Rumi once said, "The universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you already are." That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that, to understand the present, we must first understand the past.